G'day, Dan and Josh at the Acoustic Centre. We're a little bit excited today. Joshy, something that's very close to our heart is the one and only Gretsch Duo Jet.
Correct.
We have 5 of them here today.
Yes.
Never had this many high-end jets in the shop before. We're going to see differences in pickups, in models, in years. Some of them are signature models. Some of them are reproductions of certain years. They're different colours. Kicking off with this one, this is a current model.
Yep.
This is the Players Edition, the straight-up Gretsch Duo Jet Players Edition, and this is the iconic guitar really brought into the modern world, designed to be the ultimate gig machine, a rock-steady road warrior guitar, and it's got a few certain appointments. Talk us through it.
Okay, so this is the guitar that, as I described to you earlier, when they took cars to Bathurst, there had to be cars that could do 1,000 kilometres. This is like the guitar that can do 1,000 kilometres. So nothing is going to fall off this guitar. It's built for playing the rock music in the live arena, if you do that sort of thing. So a few things that make it non-traditional, let's put it that way. Locking machine heads is the first thing, okay, which good tuning stability with that. We've got a through Bigsby, so in other words, you put the string through rather than onto a pin on the end. So it's a faster way of changing over your strings because it can be time consuming to change the strings on a Bigsby.
Especially if it's on the fly between songs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When you're playing in a stadium.
Exactly.
Full of excited fans. And this one also has the bar, the roller bar in the middle for a different break angle. The Tune-O-Matic bridge is got a beautiful radius on it. That aside, it's also pinned into the body, so like the Gibson style kind of thing. There's less switching on this guitar, so you're more free to do the rock. So you've got a switch here, so switch, front, both, or back pickup. No mud switch, you'll see. So it's just a tone knob instead. Okay, and the strap pins are for strap locks. So they're not like the old traditional, which we'll go through on these other ones, traditional strap locks that you get on a Gretsch. Also, very notably in terms of reach and access to notes on the tongue, is that you'll notice just here, it joins the body. It doesn't lift off the body like a traditional neck joint on a Gretsch. So it's actually thinner in this part of the guitar, and the body's a little bit thinner.
The body's a little bit thinner than the other ones as well. Very interesting.
So great, that great Gretsch sound, but in terms of the sound itself, the pickups they're a little more mid-range heavy, a little bit more push. So they're built for someone who wants to drive an amp a little bit more. So they'll act a little more like a humbucker, even though they are actually a humbucker. But they've got less of that jangle that you associate with a Gretsch. But it still sounds like a Gretsch. Still got that twang to it. But it's just going to give you a bit more push, you know.
Gretsch famously have 2 style of pickups, really. The Filtertron, which is a humbucker style pickup, and the Dynasonic, which is more of a single coil style pickup. These are the Gretsch branded high fidelity Filtertrons.
Filtertrons, lots of mouthfuls.
They're different to the Filtertrons we'll see in the other models, but well described, as you say. Few other things. A composite nut on this one, as opposed to traditional bone on the others. Rosewood fretboard. I think that's about it. That's a killer guitar, rock solid.
And look at it. I mean, black and white, you can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong.
Rock black. So what are we moving on to?
Let's do it. Okay.
All right, here we go.
I'm going to stick with the same colour.
Okay.
The colour of rock.
All right.
And I'm going to present to you the George Harrison Signature Duo Jet.
Look at that.
That is...
What band was he in again?
I can't remember. I can't remember the band he was in. This one, let's have a look at the back and sides on this one. Jet black all over on this one, as opposed to the mahogany stain on the back of the other ones. Harrison got his jet second hand, I believe, and it was painted entirely black when he got it on the back and side. So it's not something that Gretsch did, but they've honoured that with the Harrison jet by painting the whole thing black. Here's our first taste of the Dynasonics. These are the Gretsch branded Dynasonics. Let's go.
So just a bit more chime again. Ah, what a beautiful sound. Back pickup. Such a great sound. It's a lovely sustain and clarity. Even the front. It's just, even on the front pickup, it's round and full, but you still have that clarity to it. I just love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Simple rocking bar bridge on this one, sitting upon a nice ebony bridge there as well.
Phillips head screw, I just noticed that.
There you go.
In the Bigsby.
Look at that. Well spotted.
Black Phillips head screw.
That's how Harrison liked them.
Again, these are single coil pickups, and might I just say that I think a Dynasonic is one of the coolest looking pickups on the planet ever created.
The black tops.
And do you remember what year it was based on at all?
I've drawn a blank on that one. It would be it would be a particular year, but I've drawn a blank on that one. Not sure. Rosewood board, bone nut on this one. George's signature on the truss rod cap.
And I love that we were looking at some Gretsch pictures today and classic travelling Wilburys photos. They've all got Gretches in the photos. You know, George has got one. Bob's carrying a duo jet.
Bob's got a sparkle jet. It's so great.
It's great.
Check this out. 1962 double cut in Firebird red. This is an absolute stunner. I love the way Gretsch do that deep red colour. Yeah,
amazing.
Double cutaway is the big notice on this one. A few other things as well. So we're on to the TV Jones classics here, Joshy.
Yeah.
Your Humber, your Gretsch pickup.
My favourite pickup.
Mine as well.
Yeah, beautiful.
Let's have a little taste of this one.
I'll go back to both pickups, though. Sound.
Beautiful guitar.
It's amazing too. And before I hit the tuner down here, the mute switch, I just gave it a little schwang just there, and you can just hear that it's a really resonant guitar itself. It's just that sustain is in the guitar.
Yeah, it's chambered body, of course, too.
Amazing. So something slightly different about this one we haven't encountered yet. The
Space control.
Space control to Major Tom. Well, that wasn't good. Space control bridge.
Yes.
But that's it rolls really well with a Bigsby.
It does.
The wheels at themselves actually roll really beautifully. No friction. This has got a kill switch on it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why they had a kill switch.
Show us how it works.
So, here you go. You're playing away. You don't want to play anymore.
Yeah.
You just switch your guitar off.
And that's it.
And then you switch it up or down, and it's on. I don't know why.
It's the classic thing that's going to get you at a gig when you're saying, I've got no signal, I can't hear anything, and you forget the old kill switch. But it is a good idea to just be able to put it down and switch it off.
It is.
There were no fancy digital pedal tuners around in, 1962, Josh.
That's right. If you're going to put it on a stand, switch your guitar off, and then it won't be going halfway through your chatting to the audience. But the other thing, sorry about this, is we've got the old mud switch.
Yes.
Which a lot of people always ask about. So mud switch, let's put it on the back so you can hear it clearly, or not so clearly.
There it is.
Yeah. So
tone in a switch.
Yeah, middle all the way open. Up all the way, all mud, full mud.
Yeah.
And then down.
Half mud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open, full mud up, half mud down. So that's why they call it the mud switch. Because it
would have been designed to get those really mellow, jazzy tones.
Yeah. Sounds really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can actually get those. So the mud switch does have a reason for existence. It's not just some gimmick, you know. So there you go.
Ebony board on this one, 0 fret, I might add.
Yes.
The only one with the 0 fret. That's what they were doing in 62.
Yeah.
Stunning when you get up close to it. I love that the headstock is actually that rich mahogany stain colour.
Yeah, you pointed that out.
It's not black. It probably looks black from back there,
Yeah.
but it's just gorgeous up close.
Antiquated binding.
Yeah.
So it's not, it's off-white, but the right kind of off-white.
Gorgeous. Okay, let's move on.
Moving right along, what do you got for me?
I've got something that's had your heart aflutter today.
has.
I present the 57 Duo Jet in Cadillac green. Only Gretsch can do a green like that, Joshy.
Well,
What a look it is.
Well, folks, I walked into the work this morning after being stuck in the traffic. It was pretty horrendous, and I saw this and brought a tear to my eye. I think that is one of the most stunning looking guitars I've ever laid my eyes on. I've never seen that combination of guitar, and I'm completely besotted with this guitar.
It is amazing.
It's unbelievable. And again, we talk about this all the time. This is how they came out back in the day.
Yeah.
And this is still what you want now. It's not like you want an update. You just want exactly as it was back then. So this one has the Dynasonics, but they're the TV Jones.
T-Armands, he calls them.
T-Armands, or because Dynasonic was also, it was D-Armand Dynasonics. And so the sound is... And this guitar sounds ridiculous.
Remarkable. Not sure if it's a higher output pickup, but in a way it sounds bigger than the Buckers, this one. So clear, but so much bottom end.
It's just unbelievable. This is... I'm gonna cry. Back pickup. The old sleepwalk.
I like it. Armrest, Joshy, for those playing at home.
For those playing at home and you need an armrest, I just rest my arm right there. But that is just a stunning looking guitar. I love the shape of this Bigsby. It's different to all the other Bigsbys we've been playing there. Big old screw in there, which looks unreal. And synchrosonic bridge.
Right.
Or Melita bridge. There's a few different names. But
fine tuning.
A very, very beautiful looking bridge, but a functional bridge for setting your intonation on the fly. So very well thought out, very easy to adjust. Some people think they get in the way. It just depends who you are, but I just... How good does it look? I know.
Takes no prisoners.
I can't stop raving about the look of this guitar. So, anyway, we've got to move on.
Let me just talk the crowd through my favourite strap pins, Joshy, that we were talking about before. That is the famous screwable Gretsch strap pin.
There you go.
Yeah, finish the job for me. It screws right off.
Screw it off.
Sometimes your strap's really tight to get on. With these, you take that off, put the strap on, screw it back in, and you're away. It's like an early form of strap lock.
There you go.
Yeah.
So,
that's a must-have on any guitar, I think. There you go. That's the 57 Cadillac green. Yeah, I'm going to have to take that off your hands. So I've got one more thing for you. It's not going to disappoint, don't worry. I present a proud member of the Jet family, but goes by a different name, the 1958 Gretsch White Penguin.
There you go. Look at that thing.
It is a Jet in every sense of the word, but of course they call it a Penguin because it's a shrunk-down version of the White Falcon.
Now,
have a look at that.
You know I play a Penguin.
You do.
That's when I'm playing live music gigs and the rock music around the place. I love a Penguin, and I think beyond the power of suggestion, I think because of this headstock, I've noticed they have a different resonance, these guitars. Now, I don't think it's just me going, yeah, it's just better. Because it's not better, it's just different.
Yeah. Well, there's plenty of people say that the big old chunky necks on acoustics add to the tone. But that's without a doubt.
I definitely think there's something to that headstock. Is it headstock heavy? No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's actually completely balanced. I'm just sitting here with it. A lot of people ask me why I sort of sit in this position. It's so you can actually see the guitar rather than me being hunched over the guitar. But it just balances beautifully. It's not really sinking this way or that way. Now, how good does a White Falcon look? I think a White Penguin looks pretty cool too. Just TV Jones classics, just unreal. Both pickups. It's just they've got beautiful articulation. They just ring and ring. Everything you want in a pickup is in these pickups, I think. Yeah. Anyway.
Dressed up to the nines, you've got the bejeweled knobs on the on the Penguin. Armrest is back. All of the binding all over the fretboard and the body, of course. Out of all five, Joshy, this is the only one to have a nitro lacquer finish as well. The others are poly. So this is Rigididge, old school.
And of course...
Oh, yeah, the Grover.
big old Grover Imperials. It's a good look. And I like that they're called Imperials. It just sounds like a big theatrical statement, doesn't it? So, what a sound. It's amazing, like the people that are embracing Gretsch sounds now. There's country artists playing these guitars. There's rockabilly artists playing these guitars. There's worship bands playing them.
Massive in the worship circle.
Worship circle. You see, Edgeville, the old Edge from the UT.
Playing lots of Gretches.
It's just this sound that you can't get any other way than by playing a Gretsch,
Neil Finn from Crowded House, been an iconic duo jet player since the band started. I mean, Crowded House is not a band you'd think you'd put a Gretsch duo jet with, but it's been part of their sound from the very beginning.
And we were talking about, I've been listening certainly in the last 2 weeks to an album you put me onto, which is Black and White Night by the
Roy
Orbison album.
Yeah.
I just love Roy Orbison.
Yeah.
I love him. And he played Gretches a long time, and he played another controversial Gibson Gretsch. But this harkens back to those days where things were aesthetically just beautiful, and it was about getting on stage and showing yourself. You didn't have big screens back then. Your guitar had to make a statement.
Sure.
And they certainly make a statement. The acoustics made a statement, but Gretsch guitars, they certainly still make a statement, I think, so.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
There you have it. 5 killer duo jets in different forms. They're all in stock at the moment. They're all on the website. Check them out. Come in and play them. Beautifully done, Joshy. Take us out with a few chords.